Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brendan Plays. This is Total Extreme Wrestling for our All Elite Wrestling save. But now this All Elite Wrestling save will feature Ring of Honor. That's right, we've gone ahead and added Ring of Honor as the official developmental company for us. We have done the big change. We have edited everything, made some adjustments to a lot of different things, but the main one being Ring of Honor is now owned by AEW in our save. So what we had to do is basically make this our current save its own mod, and from there we've made a few adjustments and everything like that. But in the end, the main thing being Ring of Honor is now under control of AEW, and I decided, well, look, we need a booker, we need a CEO and an owner, I suppose, and I decided to let William Regal have the honor of doing it, no pun intended. But I figured there's probably no one else that would really be that fitting. It's probably, Tony Khan's probably going to do it, but we can't have Tony Khan do both. So we're going to have him just stay in AEW, and we'll have William Regal do all the Ring of Honor stuff, but he'll still be a part of our roster in AEW, so that's fine. So it's all good there. But I figured, why not have someone a little bit different running Ring of Honor and booking it there? But nonetheless, I'm really excited now because we could finally have a developmental company. We finally have someone, that we can send our wrestlers to improve them. We don't have to have such a bloated roster all the time. We can just kind of throw some guys in developmental. So let's take a look at what we've done with Ring of Honor. Now, we have sent quite a few into developmental already, and we'll start with that. So there's a lot more that I would like to send, but a lot of them are involved in storylines, or we kind of need them, so we aren't going to put them there just yet. So we're going to send Aaron Solo, Abaddon, Ogogo, AQA, The Guns, Bear Country, Fuego, Hook, Kira Hogan, Lee Johnson, Lee Moriarty, Camarado, Paige Van Zant. So we've signed her, we've brought her in, and now we're going to start her in developmental while she learns how to wrestle a bit. Sean Dean and the Dudleys. So we've got them all down in developmental. Like I said, there's probably a few more that could really use a bit of seasoning and touching up down in developmental, but there'd be guys from the Dark Order, for example, that we could throw down there, but they're in a stable. Wheeler Yuta's another one, for example, but he's in the best friends, so you kind of have to weigh up, is it worth sending them down there and separating them from, a stable or a group? And also, we need guys on the roster still. We can't just send everyone down there, but it does just give us a little bit more space on the main roster, which is needed because we have so many people, but it'll just make things a little bit easier there in that regard. Now, with Ring of Honor, though, in real life, we don't know what's going on with their television deal. Are they going to be on TV or anything like that? I've just given them a TV deal. So we're no longer on TNT. We're going to move to TBS for Dynamite. So I figured, why not? TNT's got a slot available. Late night wrestling on a Thursday. Ring of Honor can have it. So we're going to give them a 3-year deal, and they're going to get a $1 million contract. So they're going to get $1 million for the year to have Ring of Honor on TV. So that's the the broadcasting deal they've got. So they'll get some money out of the TV deal. They'll also be on TNT. So great opportunity for the guys there to really get some exposure and actually become a thing. Now, originally we did see Ring of Honor around the 50 popularity mark last time. We've now moved them back down to more of a reasonable size of 40. So still have a bit of name value and recognition, but back down to 40, which I think is a better position to be in. And champions, well, we've adjusted it. So all the current champions in real life, I think this is accurate. If not, I don't really care. But Josh Woods is the pure champ. Deanna is the women's world. Gresham's got the Ring of Honor world. The tag champs are the Briscoes, and Rhett Titus has the TV title. Everyone else is fired. Everyone else in Ring of Honor is gone. So the only other person we've kept there is Jay Lethal and Brody King, who are already working for us anyways. So it's all our developmental guys, and then we've splashed in a couple of other Ring of Honor people. We've kept them. Now, the Briscoes and all that, we haven't signed to an actual contract with AEW. They're just with Ring of Honor. Obviously, Jay Lethal and Brody King staying with us. But we're going to send them there as well. And there's a few more people that I'm thinking about sending down to Ring of Honor, because I feel like you need some guys that can work with the younger talent. And someone like, a Dustin Rhodes, for example, might be really good there. He can really have a lot of matches with the younger guys, maybe work around the TV championship sort of scene and get a bit more time. Now that Cody is about to leave, he's got really no value on the main roster, only as a mid-card talent if we need that, which I don't know if we really do. Colt Cabana's another one. He's not even in the Dark Order, so in our save, so we could easily do that. Send him down there and he can work there for a while. I don't mind that. I think that would be good considering we're not doing much with him. He just pretty much loses all the time in the main roster. And I wouldn't even mind sending Christian Cage down there for a little bit. What I'd like to do is I'd like to have some of our top guys just go down to Ring of Honor, whether it's just for a month or 2 months, just have a few matches down there, work a pay-per-view or two, and then come back up. Just kind of get a bit of a refresh, stay in the ring, stay off TV for a while, come back, refreshed and ready to go for our audience. That's the sort of thing that I might look to do. Certainly with our main event guys, because there's going to be times where there's just people, there's not enough time, not enough space for them to be involved. Even like right now, Chris Jericho hasn't really done a lot for us in recent times. So he could jump down there for a little bit, have a couple of matches down there, and really boost up the TV ratings and things like that just for a little bit. Obviously, being on TV, he doesn't exactly go away, in that sense. He's still going to be around, he's still going to be seen, but he gets to work with some different wrestlers and that, and younger guys typically. So that's where the benefits might be. Now, the only thing we do lose since I've done this big update is all our match history. So all the history that we had, storyline history, match history, all that is gone. It's erased. But that was a price I was willing to pay to do a bit of an update to the mod. I think we needed it. I think we just had to kind of update it to what's going on in Ring of Honor because it's such a big thing. It was the only thing that I really felt like, yep, we need to make this adjustment. So we're going to do that. Now, in terms of Ring of Honor, as I said, the roster, we won't have any control over who's booked strong and things like that, but obviously, someone like Jay Lethal, who's probably got the most popularity in the company, especially after he beat Cody in the last episode, you'd have to believe he'll be positioned pretty strongly. Now, we need to make sure that there's enough decent talent there to make sure that there is some good shows happening, and at the moment, you probably wouldn't say there is. I think they probably need 3 or 4 guys in the main event scene to really make it decent, and the women probably need, 5, 6, 7 different females to join. Now, I've got no doubt that Ring of Honor itself will try and sign some own wrestlers to join, so that'll be good. They can just kind of add a few more names just to flush out the roster a little bit, which would be great. And we don't have to have every wrestler of ours in Ring of Honor. I'm happy for them to have some of their own wrestlers as well and take up, some of the indie talents, bring them in and kind of have them mix up with our workers. The only dangerous thing, I guess, is, potential of injury risk if they sign someone who's pretty crap, but, it shouldn't really be that much of a problem. So, yeah, that's going to be the big change. It's going to be exciting. We can now send guys down, we can send them up as well, and that's also another good thing as well because someone like the Gun Club, for example, they're a bottom feeder team, but they could go to Ring of Honor. They might get a little bit of popularity out of working there as well, and also they can go down there, have a bit of a run, come back up, and have more of an impact when they come back to AEW. So that's that. The other thing we did as well was we did sign Andrade to our roster. So originally we couldn't sign him because he was exclusive to CMLL, so I decided, okay, we'll keep him in there, but we will also add him here to AEW. So that's what we're going to do. He's got 67 pop. I really never had much interest in booking him, but if we're going to do a bit of an update, we might as well do it properly, add in Andrade. He's a definite key figure in the upper mid card in real life, so we will go with that as well. And look, he might have a good impact for us. What will I do with him? Because considering you got the Lucha Bros both heels already, I'm thinking we might just have them pair up with Andrade and kind of have a 3-man group. In real life, Andrade's group is abysmal. The Hardy family office, now the Andrade family office, whatever. It's abysmal. It's terrible. But pairing Andrade with the Lucha Bros might be a really strong Hispanic faction because, we've already got the Lucha Bros in a pretty good position, a higher, upper mid-card tag team, potential tag team champions at some point. Adding Andrade there might just give them that main event flavor that they might need. And also it gives them the opportunity to kind of work with some of the bigger factions as well. You know, maybe the Pinnacle can be involved. The House of Black's going to be one of our new major babyface factions. So it does give us that sort of freedom as well. We can go with that direction. So Andrade joins the roster, and we'll go with that. Now, in terms of everything else, we didn't even lose our storylines. We just lost a little bit of history with it. So we still have all our storylines in place, which is great. I was definitely worried about that. But we still got that. We are 4 weeks away from Revolution, so that's all good. So we really didn't lose too much. We just lost the match history, and that's fine. We can live with that. But we do have the update now, and more importantly, Ring of Honor, we've got it. So I'm going to be really intrigued. They're going to be on Thursdays, so we'll book our Dynamite, and then we'll be able to have our first chance at a Ring of Honor to see what a Ring of Honor show will look like. And I guess we'll get a bit of a gauge. If it's really poor, the show quality, then we might need to send some guys down. Obviously, Andrade would be a good guy to send down there whilst we haven't even debuted him yet. Swerve Strickland would be another good option as well. We haven't debuted him yet for us either. And I'm thinking I was going to do it, but he didn't really have much interest in going down to Ring of Honor. So it would piss him off by doing that. And I don't know of any way. I haven't figured it out yet. There might be a way, but in terms of just sending him down for a couple appearances, it seems like I'm unable to do that, which does make it a little bit disappointing. I would have liked to just been able to, for example, Adam Cole, I could send him down to Ring of Honor. Well, they don't, because it's not permitted to do any trading between parent companies and children, because parents can freely move talent around. Yes, we can, but can we do it without pissing them off? Maybe not, because someone like, Wardlow, for example, we've sent him to Impact a few times for a few appearances, and that's been good, gaining a bit of experience, getting some more match time. That'd be a way to kind of hotshot Ring of Honor a little bit by having a few guys work down there for a little bit, but I guess we can always do the send away thing. Just do it for a short period of time. Just send them away for a month or so, and then they can come back. It doesn't really work that seamlessly sometimes with their gimmicks and things like that, or, their disposition, but it's something we can obviously try. All right, we got this week's edition of Dynamite Book. Let's jump into it. And on the pre-show, Ruby Soho will pick up a win over Kiera Hogan. These two, no chemistry there. 41 rated match, Ruby 43. Marco Stunt lost to Brock Anderson in a 34 rated match, just a way to get Brock Anderson a win as Marco's on his way out. The Wingman, they lost to the Hybrid 2 for 48. We're hearing that Jack Evans in real life won't be re-signing with AEW, so we might have to remove the Hybrid 2 from our roster as well. So we gave the Wingman a loss here to try and boost up the Hybrid 2's momentum, so we might have to try to change plans potentially. Opening segment, Cody Rhodes calls out Kenny Omega about his loss last week. Of course, Kenny Omega costing Cody Rhodes his match. Now, Chris Jericho challenges Cody Rhodes for tonight. So why not? Let's go for the big match. So Cody's on his way out. We want to try and capitalize on a few big matches that we wouldn't be able to do anymore since he's going to leave. So Chris Jericho and Cody is one of those. Buddy Matthews, he has a match here. His first big opportunity in a singles environment to take on Nick Jackson, 79 rated. Matthews, 60. Nick Jackson, 82. Nick Jackson grabbed the win thanks to a Matt Jackson interruption. So the House of Black and Young Bucks, they're currently in a feud. So that's a way to kind of advance that storyline a little bit further. We have a three-way promo about the upcoming Revolution ladder match. Jay Lethal, Christian Cage, Keith Lee all involved, so they'll all be in the ladder match. Miro and Adam Page are in the locker room. Miro says Adam Page does not deserve any more chances at the championship, so we are looking to potentially move away from that rivalry with that segment there. TJ took on Brandy and Velvet for 57. TJ grabbed the win. Pretty good. They also defended the tag team championship, so the women's tag titles on the line in this one. Brandy 60 was the best of the match. 51 for Velvet, 56 for Anna Jay, and 45 for Ty Conti. So we did have this as an eye candy match to try and boost the rating, and it is working. Let's be real. It is really working with the women's division. They used to average around 35 to 45. Now it's more 50 to 60, which is really, really beneficial, and it could be a great way to get these women over because we've been struggling otherwise. Sting tells Jay that she has to defend her title in a three-way at Revolution. So Chris Statlander, Mercedes Martinez, and Jay Cargill for the Women's Championship at Revolution, seeing of course the GM involved there. The Wild Things took on and defeated the Good Brothers for 76. John Moxley, the best in the match, 85. Good stuff there. We had a brawl breakout as Red Dragon tried to ambush and attack the Wild Things, but Bryan Danielson came out to save them, 79 for that one. So I'm thinking, look, we've got the Blackpool Combat Club in real life. I think Eddie Kingston would be a really good member of that one. So I'm thinking if we want to do that in our game, which might not be a bad idea, we've already kind of loosely got Bryan Danielson affiliated with Moxley here. It may not be a bad idea just to throw Eddie Kingston in there as well. I know Wheeler Yuta's there in real life, but I feel like someone like Eddie Kingston could really benefit from that association, maybe a little bit more. So that might be our iteration of the Blackpool Combat Club if we do, in fact, go ahead and do it, which, I'm on the fence. We might, why not? MJF, he picked up a win over Matt Hardy, just a way to get MJF a win, keep his momentum going. 70 rated for that one. Post-match, CM Punk and Jeff can't save MJF from beating down Matt, thanks to the Pinnacle interfering and saving the day, 80 rated. Pinnacle's pretty much broken up in real life. There's not much left of it. Got Wardlow's gone. It's really just Shawn Spears and MJF together now. I think for us, I still like having the Pinnacle as a group, unless we're going to turn Wardlow, which for us, we're at the point where we're looking to maybe do more with Wardlow, but I think him going on his own in our game, he might get a little bit lost in the shuffle. So we're going to probably go there at some point, but I think the Pinnacle still has a lot of value for us, and there's still a lot of big name factions that they can work with, and even some makeshift ones like CM Punk and the Hardys, for example. Main event was Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes, and Jericho grabbed the win thanks to Kenny Omega once again costing Cody Rhodes the match. Jericho 78, Cody Rhodes 85. Good overall match, 85 in the end. So once again, Kenny Omega continues to terrorize Cody Rhodes, costing him match after match after match to almost take away a lot of his momentum and just kind of, kick him while he's down a little bit. He's the world champion, yes. But, we're trying to make it, Cody Rhodes' value drop a little bit before he leaves for the WWE, I guess. Post-match, Kenny Omega and Jericho shake hands after Omega's plan was a success. So Kenny Omega and Jericho work together for one night only to take care of Cody Rhodes. It does give us an 83 rated show overall, so a couple of big matches there really boosted up this show. And we are looking pretty good heading into Revolution. Alright, post Dynamite, let's take a look. We had 785,000 viewers in the end. Not bad. Look, it's not amazing, but it's not bad. Of course, we are now featuring on TBS. So I feel like our TBS rating is a bit lower than what we were doing on TNT before we switched over. So that'll be interesting to keep an eye on. Is that going to be a good thing for us long term or not? I'm not sure, but let's take a quick look at some of the popularity changes. I'll mainly look at maybe a Chris Jericho after he beat Cody Rhodes. He's up to 82, 83, and Rhodes still holding strong at 80, so no real change for him. Buddy Matthews had a good match. He's around the low 50s still, so he's just kind of plodding away a little bit. But no doubt, we've got a big roster, and there's still a lot of new names that we haven't signed yet that we need to. And, I've fallen a little bit behind of what's happening in real life. You can see we're in February now, game real life now, April, May. So, we've been busy playing WWE 2K22, so we haven't been doing as many episodes here. So we are really behind of what's going on in real life. A lot of new names, that we have to try and bring in. One, for example, is a Toni Storm. We've got to sign her. And we've got plenty of other women we've got to bring in as well, and plenty of other male wrestlers that we have to do. Most notably, I suppose, is Samoa Joe. So we'll bring him in, and we already had Samoa Joe appear once in this series before, and I'm really excited to bring him back again. We wanted to bring him in, but we just couldn't do it because he went back to NXT, and then of course he left NXT again, and we've kind of been waiting what's he going to do. So let's sign Samoa Joe back. I'm going to give him a exclusive per month deal. I suppose it'll be a bit more expensive, but I feel like that just gives us more flexibility of what we can do with him, because he might appear in Ring of Honor as well. He might, when we potentially do some house shows, we can utilize him there. So, and we might even potentially put him on commentary, things like that. He's got a lot of value. He's got a lot of things he could do. Oh, there you go. He doesn't want to do house shows, so that may not be worth it then. If it's just a $2,000 per show, it might not be worth it. And he doesn't want to become exclusive either. Wow, okay. So we might just have to go a written deal, and he only wants to work major TV and above. So Joe, yeah, look, he doesn't want to work dark and things like that, which is probably fair enough, but I wouldn't mind having that option if I wanted him to. So we'll offer him a little bit more money to try and make sure that he can do the minor shows as well. So there's a lot of other names we got to think about bringing in as well. Santam Singh, we're going to bring him in as well, and there is a few more that are potentially leaving as well, as we mentioned earlier on. Jack Evans is going, Marco Stunt is another one that's on his way out, and a few more names as well. So we'll have to try to update the roster, get it to where it needs to be, and there's a lot of new names as well, like William Regal. We've brought him in. We're still waiting to kind of see what we're going to do with him there. I do think the Blackpool Combat Club could be a really good thing to do with him. Otherwise, potentially having him there as a GM role, and maybe transitioning Sting out of it and having William Regal go back into that. That may be an option as well. But we just have to kind of get our roster back kind of going again after a little bit of a break from the series. We just got to get a bit of momentum back into it and kind of plan out some more storylines. Revolution 24 days away, so we've got to get ourselves prepared for that upcoming show, which I think is still going to be pretty strong. We got some good matches there. CM Punk and MJF, we're going to do that, our version. But obviously a lot of our storylines are still kind of fresh because we've had to start again with obviously adding Ring of Honor into our game. Okay, so we had our first chance to see Ring of Honor and our new iteration of it and how it's going to look. So let's take a quick look at it. So it's a work in progress. We've got a lot of guys working in developmental at the moment, and we're going to have, I guess, different wrestlers appear in Ring of Honor from time to time. So it was a 45 rated show. It did, 0.21 TV rating, 157,000 viewers on TNT. So we will have it on TNT. I think it's in a late night time slot, and 214,000 viewers in total, with Honor Club getting 57,000 viewers. So Red Titus was in the main event against Anthony Ogogo in a cage match. He defeated him to keep the Ring of Honor TV title for 41. Jay Lethal and Brody King teamed up to defeat Lee Johnson and Hook for 53. That's pretty random. Deonna Purrazzo defeated Paige Van Zandt to keep the women's title for 36. So Paige gets her first match. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Sean D and the Gun Club defeated Lee Moriarty and the Factory for 36 as well. William Regal was there. He had a promo for 77. So yeah, Regal's looking to work both promotions at the moment. He's going to be the head booker of Ring of Honor, so I think that'll work out pretty well. So he's going to get a bit of TV time there and kind of help, I would hope, elevate the show. So Paige had her first match. 33 rated was her performance. So no surprise that it wasn't very good. I mean, she's got 41 pops, so she's got a little bit there, but yeah, it's going to take her a while, I think, to get any good. And that's why she's in developmental, I suppose, in the end. But we've got our first refusal opportunity for Patricia DiBiase. Oh, there you go. So she's obviously a graduate from one of our training facilities. We could use her if we wanted to. I don't think we will, but she's got a pretty interesting last name there, DiBiase. And Anthony Ogogo, he wants a pay rise. I guess we'll give it to him now that he can actually get some feature time, I suppose. Now that he's in Ring of Honor, he can actually do something down there. So we've got a few wrestlers down in Ring of Honor at the moment. I think we could probably add quite a few more. These are just strictly developmental prospects, I feel, at the moment. Someone like Brock Anderson should probably go down there as well. In fact, we might send him down and let him go work a Ring of Honor, because he needs a lot of it, development. And there's plenty more as well. And we'll get there. We'll kind of just continue moving them away. Maybe even Danhausen might not be a bad idea to throw him down there. He is with the best friends at the moment, so I guess we could keep him, but yeah, that's kind of what we'll do. If we bring someone in, we're not really sure what to do with them or where they kind of fit, we can certainly put them in Ring of Honor. At least they can get some TV time, at least they can keep developing, and also, yeah, like I said, TV time on TNT, so they have a real chance to actually get a bit of popularity before they move over to the big show, onto Dynamite. Alright, Dark this week, as we have Christian cutting a promo on the ladder match and how much winning the TNT title would mean to him. 73 rated for that one. Matthews and Brody King team up to take on 2.0, 51 rated match. Matthews the best in the match, 57, trying to continue their momentum building for the House of Black. Powerhouse Hobbs and Mark Henry are together here as Will Hobbs cuts a promo on the ladder match and his chances of winning it. 62, pretty good. Penelope Ford gets a win over Ty Conti for 54. 41 for Conti and Penelope 58. Pretty good. So not a bad little match there in the end. So, obviously continue to use the eye candy sort of eye candy sort of match type has worked. It's working, but it's not obviously the way I want to go. But I think it's a good building tool for the women's division, and obviously Penelope Ford benefiting from it greatly. Ruby Soho says she's frustrated that she can't get a title shot. She's desperate to get one. 50 for that. So I think the end game will probably be her getting that big title shot at some point, maybe at Double or Nothing. Brian Cage defeats Jack Evans in 12 minutes. Ricky Starks on commentary to build that rivalry a little bit further. The Inspiration get a promo for 49. We haven't used them too much as of late, so getting them back in the mix. Adam Cole cuts a promo on Bryan Danielson, 82. So very good stuff there from Cole. In our main event, Jay Lethal and Orange Cassidy one-on-one, 71 rated match. Jay Lethal 67, Cassidy 64. Good way to continue to build the ladder match storyline as well, and it gives us a 65 overall show. And for Rampage, Cody and Kenny Omega open it up. Cody Rhodes says he wants a fair chance to prove himself, and Kenny Omega reluctantly agrees. You know what? I won't interfere. I won't do it tonight, Cody. I will let you have a fair one-on-one match, and you can do it against my good friend, Matt Jackson. So that'll be our main event, which should be a good match, 99 rated. Danielson and the Wild Things. We got our first chance to see how this group would go together. They took on Tony Nese and the Butcher and the Blade, 58 overall for the match. Not a great match, I guess, in the end, because the opponents for the Wild Things and Danielson weren't so great. Danielson 88, Mox 78, Kingston 52. So good enough there. The others not so great, but our first chance to see it, and I think we're going to go with it. William Regal makes an appearance here, and he shakes the hands of the three winners. So he can kind of see something special here with these three guys, and he's trying to maybe make it happen. 74 for that segment. Powerhouse Hobbs and Keith Lee went one-on-one. These two guys will meet in the ladder match. Hobbs 60, Keith Lee 75, and they have great chemistry. That's probably one of the best matches Will Hobbs has had in his short career here in AEW, and Keith Lee delivers the goods as well. 70 rated match. Keith Lee grabbed the win in the end. Good all-round stuff there. Main event was Cody Rhodes and Matt Jackson, 18 minutes. Cody 80, Matt Jackson actually outperformed him, 81. Cody Rhodes got the win. We had the House of Black. They came out ringside to make sure that Omega and the rest of the Elite couldn't get themselves involved in this match, and Cody Rhodes was good enough to beat Matt Jackson. I realize, look, if Kenny Omega beats Cody Rhodes, it's not really going to mean a lot if he's lost every single match on the way there. So a couple of surprise, screw job finishes, that's okay, but it can't happen every week. Cody's got to get a few wins. He's still got to keep some momentum, still has to, be a genuine threat and be a credible champion. So that's what we're doing here. Picking up a win over someone who I don't think really needs the win anyways, Matt Jackson. And it does tie in with the House of Black storyline as well. So 82 for that one. Post-match, Cody and Kenny. We had Kenny being absolutely furious that Cody got the win, 78 for that one. So that will close out this week's Rampage. Not bad, 74. I think the surprise was really Keith Lee and Hobbs. I think that was a good overall match. And let's quickly round it all up as Santana wants a pay rise. He wants a big pay rise, $660. I'll give him not quite that, but I'll give him a bit more. And, Darius Martin wants a pay rise too. He can have it. We'll give that to him. Rampage, AQA and Lee Moriarty started dating. That didn't take long. And Regal and Sean Dean have now got a friendship. That didn't take long either in Ring of Honor. So there you go. 613,000 viewers watched Rampage in the end. So that's where we're at right now. We are just trying to get back in the swing of things. We're obviously kind of doing a bit of a reset here with the whole Ring of Honor tie-in. So it might take us a few episodes to kind of get things back in the right way. Just our storylines, we have to try and, refocus, re-get them going. And it's obviously difficult now that we've lost a lot of all of our match history and our show history. We can't kind of go back and draw on what's happened in the past. We just have to kind of start afresh. So that makes it a little bit trickier, I suppose, for our booking for the short term. But once we get through that little tricky patch, everything should be back and running pretty smoothly. So thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing how Ring of Honor really ties in. It's going to be exciting times for the series, and hopefully we can deliver for a Revolution coming up in the very near future. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.